I'm back, and well, it's pretty close, but looks like it's going to be the first matchup, which was slow and gently. Oh, nice, and I get to see slow sometime again. Manrid, you are back?
Yeah, I'm back, I'm here.
Alright, so let's get into the game. We're quite late already, because it took so long to cast the other game.
Well, I think it was well worth the time spent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very,
It was totally
very
worth
good
it.
match.
It was a really interesting match. Chosen that completely he got his reputation.
Yeah.
Right, you want to introduce the players?
Well, we've got Invictus, who is Mephi, paired up with Silent. Again, both pretty decent players, both 1v1 and team game. Against Gently and Slow. Slow, of course, we should all know, and Gently is a bit of a noob. But yeah, this I will tell you now that Silent is going to roll Gently, I think. Again, Silent is a very good 1v1 player, and that's going to count here because it is a noted 1v1 map. Mephi versus Slow. Well, Mephi can play very, very well. No questioning that. Well, so can Slow, but if Mephi is on a good day, then he could very well win.
Oh, interesting prediction. Beating Slow, that's definitely not a little thing. And I would agree, I think, because Slow plays also sometimes, because he plays creative, sometimes what he's doing is better and sometimes not so much. So it might very well happen that if Slow having an unlucky go, or rather unsuccessful go, and Mephi is playing really well, that I would agree. Even so, it's still Slow, and it might very well happen that something is happening to Mephi, and he's suddenly going to explode. And on the other side, yeah, I'm interesting to see if, how Gently can hold here. But in theory, this means that this game is favored towards the West team somewhat, because Slow will probably even if Gently doesn't get rolled, then it's probably unlikely that he's going to win, and sooner or later Slow might have to put some support on his side. I would expect to see second air from everyone here, and indeed that is the case. Second land not being too useful here, not too much room to use it. And of course in this map there's a quantum gate in the middle that you can kill and then reclaim, giving you a big early boost of mass. And in 1 vs 1 it's interesting, but in 2 vs 2 it's probably even more so, because it's an even harder decision to think where you send your commander, if you send it on the side or if you send it to the middle, and you can do that pretty much 2 times if you send both commanders to the middle or only one, and can make for some interesting situations where 2 ACUs easily team up one, or maybe no one goes to the middle at all and the fights will take place on the sides. So you said that it's mostly 1 vs 1 maps? Or do you mean it's because he knows the map in 1 vs 1, or because this plays like 2 1 vs 1?
I'm saying it's because he knows it as a... Well, they all know it as a 1 vs 1 map.
Alright, so you wouldn't say that this map plays like a 1 vs 1, because I would I kind of disagree, because it only happens if both ACUs go to the sides, and then you get like a more 2 1 vs 1's gameplay. But it can also very well happen that just 2 commanders go to the middle and then, or one goes to the middle and they corner each other, or any kind of other ACU movement. Jester from Zo, oh, that's interesting. That's really ballsy, I would say. Same strategies I did on Badlands. Gently protecting Zlow's Jester with Inties. But I still think it's kind of risky to go first Jester. But it does work here because Invictus also went with first Bomber, so he doesn't have an Inti himself, and so did Silent. So they did not invest only in interceptors, which would give them air control. Didn't look like the bomber from Invictus was too successful. Bomber from Silent might have much more success here. Bomb or 3 engines dead, 1 barely survived. But next bomb coming in. 1 more kill. Really nice micro here. So Gentry already getting put in a tough position. And it's not even over yet. The bomber is still alive. Even having a tank here, now the tank might die to the own bomb. No, it just dies before the bomb arrives. So now team kills happening here. The Jester seemed to kill this Mass Extractor and then must have probably been killed. I don't see the wreckage, maybe? Maybe it's this? It kinda looks like an Inti, however. But it probably went down somewhere in the mountains. I think it's this. So, no survivors here. Killing 2 Mass Extractors in the end. Not sure if that's worth it. However, not nearly as cost efficient as the bomber that costs half as much, but killed 4 engineers? Or 5 engineers actually. Some bomber meeting here. I think one of the bombers came to a bad place. It's not welcome here, getting shot down. Landing next to a Mass Extractor. And Inti's coming in now, being a bit late, but in time for the second bomber. I would really like to see if both players now would use their efforts together again, and Slow would join Gently this time in his attempts to play offensive with air. But so far it's just Gently playing aggressive, doing some bombs. But not really much of a big deal. Bomber getting shot down after killing 2 engineers. Everyone starts to build their factories. Looks like no upgrades going on yet. Even so, wouldn't be a bad decision here because everything is so passive and no big threats are happening, so could probably rather easily get away with building Tech 2. But so far looks like everyone is deciding to build a lot of Tech 1 factories, and first upgrade here from Slow, second upgrade from Mephi, slightly later but should be on time until Slow arrives. Which upgrades are these? I don't know this. So the right arm is gone, and I think Slow is probably making gun as well. So that's the right arm too, and I think it's also gun. Yes. No, wait. Yes, it's gone. Never mind, that's no, wait, what? What am I saying? That's confusing. Because it's totally the left, the right arm. But there isn't any upgrade on the right arm that's worth making. Unless he's making torpedo or microwave, so it can't be the right arm. I will just say it's gone. And I'm not able to tell which arm is he upgrading. Yeah, so he's making gun. Kinda weird that it looked on the other arm. I'm just blind. And on the right side we already see quite a difference in units. Pretty huge spam here from Silent. Not so much from Gently. Yes, I have some factories, but one is bossed. Engineers bossed as well. Same amount of factories, but less units, which would mean that he must have stalled something. Still stalling actually, both mass and energy. If he is stalling mass, then he won't stall energy, but once he has enough mass, he will also stall energy. Looks like his energy is starting to be fine now. And he actually went Tech 2. But now he already needs to be careful to do that, because he, that explains why he has less units. But getting pushed away in the center already, losing those 3 mass extractors that can make the difference here. A very low investment attack on the middle here with one single Zoe walking its way through the quantum gate. And on the other side, Slow is starting to push forward with his gun, but he will run into Invictus' gun on his side, so not able to push further, but he did manage to control the plateau for now. Didn't build the mass extractors yet, but he should be able to do that, and that would mean that the players mirror the advantage on both sides. Silent also having some more success because it looked fairly close, but Silent's advantage is actually much bigger than Slow's, because he managed to push gently away from the entrance, which makes the 3 mass extractors safer, but it's much more important, it allows him to push his own attacks and to start his own attacks, while Slow can't really attack because he is blocked in the entrance. So that's a really good, great strategic position here from Silent. It looks like he's making gun as well now, while Slow just started the stealth upgrade. Another advantage of being able to controlling this side is that you are really easy able to drop, as there won't be a radar here. That is usually, both players should actually have a radar here, just as easy for the other ones to drop because they don't, but at least you are able to put a radar here to stop any form of drops. 2 versus 2 people are probably too busy microing the SU, and it's easier to get an advantage that way. Not much echoing happening so far. Gently being the only one with the Tech 2 mass extractor.
I think he's sacrificed quite a bit for it. Oh, sorry, I've been doing brackets and that.
Yeah, I realized.
I mean, he's 3 mexes down on Silent. Well, 6 if you count the middle 3. So, yeah, I don't think he's in a particularly good place.
No, he's not, and especially Silent, or did he cancel his upgrade? But he's still not moving, that's weird. Yeah, he cancelled his upgrade. So that would have put him in a really bad spot. So that's a great move from Gently, all his positions aside, that he managed to stop Silent's upgrade, because since he didn't went to do his own upgrade, which he also could have done, then interrupting this upgrade is a really good thing for him, and it's and not only that, he's also managing to take control over the entrance. He's not quite getting the 3 mass extractors yet, but at least he is controlling his 2 mass extractors here, and he's controlling the area that gives him some room to fight and to maneuver, and he's not pressed in the in his base where everything will block each other. So that's already a really good achievement, and maybe he can even take more and contest the middle again. Meanwhile, Slow and Invictus are just trading hit points, getting low. That's not bad for Slow, because he has a better regen on his commander and already got 8 kills. It's probably also a battle who has more energy to overcharge, and looks like Invictus just made 1 more overcharge. And now huge engagement going in, Slow and Invictus going at it. I really want to know, they just shoot at each other until they are low, and then they went in to kill each other, but Slow actually making a mistake here, retreating the AC out of the fight, but the units are still in the fight, so Invictus having a better go here, even so still lower on hit points, but he made up the disadvantage he had in kills. Slow started with 8, and Invictus had only 3, and now it's both 11, which means he actually killed 8 units on the last attack, now 9, while Slow only killed 3. And Slow being extremely careful here with his ACU, maybe even be forced to retreat here. Getting the anti-Atona. Maybe playing a bit too careful, because well, even so, maybe not actually, because thinking twice about it, it's so easy to get drawed. If he wouldn't have retreated, then he would have probably risked a draw, which is in this position with the skill difference on the right side. even so Gently is, well, right now he's actually doing really well. He got the side back, but it's still there, and with 2 bases it's only going to increase. Then it's probably not a good idea to risk a draw. Which also means that it's maybe not have been a good idea to trade so much hit points with the ACOs, but it's quite complicated to think about. Looks like a group of Mantis sneaked through the middle damage and supported by some Jesters, and not really any defense being there at all from the South team. A single Mantis walking on the center expansions, some more going to the main base of Invictus. Another attempt of Silent to upgrade, this time better prepared with more energies and probably more power in the meantime, so should be able to finish this now, but Gently not really being prepared for it. So he could see this on the radar, and maybe he is realizing it and tries to interrupt it again. Even so, with so many energies, he should know that it's going to be quite fast.
Does Gently have any artillery available?
It doesn't look like he has, no. I don't think so.
It's a pity because a
he
good
has
tactic would
one,
have been
too.
to place it on the ridge above
Yeah,
where
absolutely, that too.
Silencer.
But the upgrade is already done, so I think that
Yeah.
he probably doesn't need to retreat and get it on upgrade, because it's very unlikely that he can interrupt it. And yeah, with Arty, he can do both actually.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good point. On this map, you should probably a bit more Arty. We could see how Slow is doing it. Slow is actually doing exactly that. That's also why controlling this ledge is really good.
Yeah. It would be especially effective if Silent did it versus Gently, because he's got all of his production.
Yeah, absolutely.
on the
But
ledge.
it's a similar situation here. Invictus also has most of his production here. He can probably kill this too, but is the support factories, that's quite huge. And then later, with mobile missile launchers, he can also kill the HQ. So fortunately, both players managed to or really interesting here what's happening, right? Because both Silent and Slow managed to control the center, and now both lost it. And both players from the other team managed to take the center back, which is quite impressive in my opinion, because it's really hard to take that back once you lose it, because it's such a good position to defend. It's so easy because it's a choke point. And Gently messing a lot of pillars here, and Silent does have gun on his side, but the biggest advantage of gun is the range, and if he gets swarmed by units, then the extra DPS isn't that big. Some Ilchi's coming to help, but it's not really much. Shield also coming in for Gently should be a great help here, and blocking at least one overcharge. And looks like Gently is really decisive this time, opposing to the other game, even though his ACU unfortunately went out of range. But still a lot of units, and the shield being great here. A lot of damage on Invictus, going down to 4,500 right now. It's really close, 3,600, and Gently stopped his units not moving anymore forward. Unfortunate, because I think he would have totally killed him. Only 2,000 hit points left, so just a few shots more from these pillars would have been enough. But he is actually retreating now, and once he gets out of range, then Silent is able to use the range on his gun as well, and even so with solo hit points is able to push again. And I'm not sure why he retreated here. There was no threat. His SU is still at full health, and he could have at least stay here and kill the support factories. Even if he didn't kill Silent, and if he kills his production, then he can make another attempt with reinforcements. On the other side, meanwhile, Slow is getting pushed back significantly. I'm not sure what he's doing, because it doesn't look like he really put up any resistance. He's retreating. Did they scout anything? That makes them really afraid of using his ACUs, because that's how it looks like. They're afraid of some air snipes, but I can't see anything dangerous for them, so it's really weird that Slow is standing here in the back of his base and just giving up everything.
Well, maybe he's concerned about how paper thin the Cybran ACU is compared to Mephi. I mean, is that at least gun and perhaps T2 on Mephi's con?
I think it's only gun, and then it's not that paper, right? It's the same hit points, and the same, so it's the same ACUs. And I mean, you can be concerned all you want, but just giving up your whole production can't be a reason. I think maybe he wanted to bait him to come too far, because he went tick to air and he wants to snipe, but he just managed to get one Corsair out, so that he definitely did not have the economy. He only has like one Mass Extractor to support fast Corsair snipe and to try to lure him into attacking him. And Invictus also prepared quite well. He has a shield and some flags, so he's not an easy snipe target. Meanwhile, on the right side, Gently still being very undecisive with his ACU, going in and out and not really doing anything without his upgrade, despite being full HP all the time, making another attempt to kill Silent, just this time completely without the ACU, and not sure if this could work. I think it should be able to be enough, because Silent didn't have many units, and the shield from Gently is also still life blocking an overcharge. Silent is going down really fast, losing hit points rapidly, and I think this time this time Gently did not stop when he could kill him, and he just overrun him, and it looks like your prediction was not too accurate, and Gently is really living up here and proving that he can absolutely not only not get rolled, but he can actually roll himself.
Yeah, congratulations for him. Yeah, definitely unexpected.
Yeah, really good performance, especially he lost the sight in the beginning, but he still managed to do the classic Tech 2 push with getting a lot of Tech 2 factories and just making lots of pillars, and he didn't even need an upgrade for that, so really great performance here. And the team absolutely needs this, so it's actually the noob bailing out the pro in this case, because Low really needs some help. Because he...
Well, I don't think he's that much in danger. If you look at Mephi's base, Low's taking out quite a few mexes actually.
Oh yeah, he's doing a great job at raiding. That's yeah, I saw this before, I should have mentioned it. He keeps streaming few units to the center, and with very little effort he's having great success. With 3 rhinos he's killing everything. There were a few more units, but it's still really impressive. But he just sent his whole army away to take over the center, and I'm not so sure about this, because he's probably going to die here, and I don't see any point in that. He could have probably easily gotten a draw, and a draw means a win. And he should totally shoot at Invictus right now, because he can maybe still get a draw. I think now not anymore, but he pretty much just killed himself, and I'm not sure why. Now the army is coming back, so but that's way too late. And
maybe it's to kill all of yeah, Invictus has no units now.
Yeah, that's true, but this is not much. I'm not sure if this can take on Invictus ACU. Another veterans here will be it's close to reach as well. Some more units. It's well with all these pillars at support, that should work. But now he's actually turning it. He's not going for the ACU. Now he is. Maybe some communication here. Should probably use the spread attack move here. And Invictus is actually going forward with his SU. I'm not so sure about this. That's
well,
really bad.
If he's
really
close to another vet, I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but he should move back, and also his units he needs to meet with these reinforcements. If he doesn't get reinforcements fast, then yeah, Slow just did that by mistake.
Yeah.
So, I thought maybe he wanted to do what you said, kill himself, but then it's much easier to just send the units there and kill him directly. There's no reason to do such things. Or I thought maybe he just wants to give up his base and then use his units to kill Invictus base.
Yeah.
And that's still a pretty good trade. But looks like it's going to be enough regardless. I was worried for a moment because this army, I don't think it was enough. But the pillars at support definitely were, and Gently absolutely won this game here.
Yeah, definitely.
So impressive performance, and I think he also got the quantum gate pretty much, because interesting how low priority the people gave the center, because there was one RT killing the point defense, and at some points Low just sent units in and kept raiding everything. And that also gave the quantum gate for free, pretty much. That might be also a reason why he was doing so well. I missed when exactly he reclaimed it. Also, I don't think it was the main reason, but he's also having a great economy. Now all these mass extractors attack too, so excelling in all areas here. Yeah, he's explaining why he didn't kill him. So obviously, as observer. You see everything, and it's easy to say what's the best thing, and can only expect that people sometimes know and scout well. But obviously it's also not always possible, and then very often people have very good reasons to not do what casters say. I know that myself. And